But my favorite memory, and I don't even know if you'll remember this, when I was in kindergarten, my mom went for like a sister's week, and you and Grandpa came and babysat us, which was like very, I mean, that just didn't happen. And it was like, it just felt extremely special to have you there at the house with us the whole week. And I felt so cool that my grandma was coming and picking me up from school every day. And just like those special little moments that probably like, you know, I don't know, Grandma feeding me SpaghettiOs for lunch because I got to teach you like where our SpaghettiOs were in the basement and stuff like that. Really, she put up a fight a little bit about it, but I convinced her I really loved SpaghettiOs, and she let me have. I know, but it was just like those little moments that like now as a kid, or now as an adult, I look back and with my own girls, you just don't realize the impact you're having on the kids that you're growing. It's good.
The one thing I regret is that I never got to see Pete in Music Man.
I think I have a video.
I was at, where was it? We must have been out to Arizona at that time.
Could have been,
And every time it comes on, I think of it. I miss that.
I should dig around. I think I have the VHS, if you have the VHS.
Oh, yes, she does. We can.
I would dust mine off for
Yeah,
We need a movie night with her anyway, so that would be a perfect video.
Barb and Wayne brought me a box of movies to play on, but with my eyesight, which is going, the doctor told me this week that it's time. So,
As long as you remember our voices, or if you forget what they are and you yell Randy's name when I do something, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we'll get that
There's
from
no
you,
mistaking.
because it's about time for us to spend a movie night anyway.
yeah,
so
put your
that'd be
clothes
good.
on.
I'm wearing them!
It's still policy.
Yeah, it does.
Grandma, I think Louise is trying to say something.
Where's that Louise? I got a great big bag and
And before she was great grandma, she always had windmill cookies.
Louise is probably like, what are windmills?
I think grandma's to blame for your cookie addiction.
Probably her fault, yeah.
No, I loved all my grandchildren and my kids were good.
Be special.
A big kid at heart is absolutely true. I had the opportunity to, as an adult, travel with mom a lot.
You
And,
got one of the best drunk stories with grandma ever.
oh, which one was that one?
Found out you're.
Oh, yeah, well, that was when I came back, yeah. But, we went on a lot of bowling tournaments together, whether they were in the state of Wisconsin or they were throughout the United States. At Seattle, Washington, we went up to the Space Needle, and she won't eat venison at home, but she bought venison at the Space Needle for her dinner.
And probably paid a dear price.
And- We went out for lobster dinners that were $50 a plate.
We were traveling.
We were traveling. Yeah, we
Saw a lot.
we definitely saw a lot. But I think those, you know, and I got to she came over to Spain to visit, and
You know, we were there.
saw a lot of things that had a lot of fun, actually, in there.
Any details you want to share?
Any details?
Are those best
I
left
can
unsaid?
tell you that the memory of that trip was after we had been in a bullfight during the day and Grandpa didn't wanna go. Grandpa and Grandma Inglis came with us. And when we got home, here's Grandpa sitting in the lounge chair with, where is he? Randy. She's tiny baby.
Yep.
And they were both asleep. It was like looking at a picture. And that goes around in my head a lot. Also sticking my feet in the toilet to wash them.
Oh, that's because in Spain they have a bidet.
The day.
Whatever it's called, bidet.
The dough is like something you do.
The doll must be for a female one.
Okay, so we had a bidet, and we're from America, we had no idea what that was. We had no idea
We
what
had
it
fun
was.
at the bullfight.
So you gotta stick your foot in there and clean your feet.
No, no,
Cockapee.
no.
Hey, whatever works,
Fun with the bullfights, I mean, just lots and lots of fun.
When Grandma Ingabus, when the guy brake fired, while we were waiting to get in,
Yep.
they didn't even bother to go. They just turned around and shoot them.
Speaking of going, Brian, speaking of going. Why did we have to grow up at the cottage and look at male strippers in the bathroom?
I remember that.
What was that? We had Lonnie Anderson.
Yeah,
She
that was
was
to try to
on
make
the
up for
video.
grandma kept putting up male stripper posters in the bathroom.
And
You know, I repressed that. Thank you so much. I remember that one.
I'm like,
She had Chippendales.
Oh my goodness.
Lonnie Anderson got moved to the sidewall.
I remember Lonnie Anderson. I didn't
you
remember.
don't remember, they were like right in front.
They were, yeah, you couldn't miss them, but yeah.
Maybe I just like
Lonnie-
Lonnie got moved to the side.
Don't want to see those others. Just
I
Yeah.
told a friend of mine that was
Oh, now that you say that, oh
When we
no.
went.
Yep, it's coming back, isn't it?
When we,
what's she called? Marilyn from two doors from the cottage where they lived there.
She had good
We
cookies too.
bought, they bought that cottage, oh God, I was 13, 14.
Right. Yeah.
And, you know, there were a lot of those old memories with her and I haven't been able to get a hold of her. And for those of you who knew her, she has been through some terrific surgery at the Mayo Clinic. But she's doing well. And, you know, they called last
Couple
night.
days ago,
Huh?
couple days ago.
No, last night. Oh, no, 2 days ago.
Yeah, 2 days
2
ago.
days ago. You were there at the house. So, but there were so many good memories of that cottage. The buoys stick out, everybody, that's the first thing they talk about. You know, all the buoys, and we had, some years we had three that won 1 or 2 years, didn't we? Who did we get that other one from? Don Ingabus.
What, kettles?
Kettles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had 3 kettles, and I think that was for something for Dad when he retired.
Yeah, could've been. But I also remember Greg mentioned the hurricanes, when we were down in Louisiana for a bowling tournament, and I had a hurricane, which I had never even heard of before until I got there.
Long Island iced tea looked tame.
It was pretty darn good.
Well, we always had enough.
Yep. When I came back from Seattle, Washington, a week later, I found out I had a son. And Greg tells me that was the best, or the easiest, birth that I've ever had.
Yeah. Talking
Yeah,
about it.
look at it, see how it could have been.
I know.
I've not seen that head though.
Oh, there's a few other things. Let me see. My love of animals started with Muncie.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
For some reason, a purebred with papers, Lhasa.
Yep.
My love handles, because as a little kid, she kept bringing me to her friend's place that was a confectionery chocolatier. So I'm pretty sure these love handles are from as a little kid, and they're all grandma's fault.
Who was that?
Prosperous.
Oh, Prosser.
Yeah, you brought me there a lot. You kept
Yes.
I was allowed to eat
God
off
bless
the
them,
behind the
they
counter,
were best.
just eat like whatever I wanted.
And go in the
Raised
back.
candy, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there was that. The fact that I found out that, and most of you should remember this, you young ones won't remember this. The fact that I found out that if anything happened to me and Lori, I have no family.
You have no
Because
one.
we started dating at 16. Our first Christmas, I was 17. And what did we get? Brass goblets with silver inlay. I'm like, what the heck are these?
Oh.
Well, that's for your wedding table. We were 16 and 17 years old now.
She knew.
Well, you know, a couple summers later, the time kind of go a summer or two later, we're at the cottage and Grandma's going through some of her mother's things, and she's like, "I'm gonna hold this wedding set for you." Like, what? So that was
The wedding.
the wedding rings,
Oh, yeah.
Grandma Ingabus's rings, and I'm like, holy cow. This family is so different from mine. My family is, you know, kind of stubborn Irish, real quiet and kind of grouchy and doesn't talk much. You guys are totally the opposite. Oh my gosh. I mean, that first Christmas, I mean, I didn't know anybody. You know, we had just been dating maybe, I don't know, we started February.
February to Christmas.
Yeah, February to Christmas. I didn't get to really know much of the family. And then I get there and so many firsts from, I never ate shrimp before. I'm like, oh God, it looks disgusting. No, try it. Now I love shrimp. Everybody hugs. Like nobody in my family hugged, you know, and just everyone coming, especially Aunt Julie. Yeah. Oh my God, she was such a hugger. And just, the family's awesome. And felt so welcome. Everyone's just...
I remember him too. He liked mashed potatoes in his pocket.
He ate them today.
They carry well that way.
He wouldn't eat them. He put them in his pocket when he was in a high chair. He started early.
Apparently I threw food at a 5-star restaurant too.
That's why when they got married, I told the priest about it before. And the whole audience.
Yeah, it was quite the funny sermon at our wedding. Yep.
Father Ron is in.
Father Ron.
Is what?
He's that little shoe.
Oh, okay.
Ron.
Yeah.
Daylight.
What are you gonna say,
I was
Wayne?
just gonna say, one of my favorite memories was you and Grandma Ingabus together when we have the old booyahs, when the quarter barrel of beer was in the garage and both sides of the doors were open, in the old garage. And one moment I'd be in there tapping beers for whoever wanted them, and I'd hear Grandma Ingabus say, "Get out of that garage, Wayne." And 5 minutes later, I'd hear Mom say the same thing, and it sounded so much alike.
That's true.
Well, I don't think I had the temper Grandma could have though.
No,
She
but
used to chase me around the dining room table with a yardstick when I didn't do something.
as soon as I'd get out of the garage, Greg would go in there.
Not wearing clothes, probably.
And Uncle Ralph never told him to get out of there.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had some good times. Been a good family. I'm proud of all of you. I wish Dan could be here.
He is.
Yeah.
So, well, I could think of stories going back.
Alright, so maybe.
So,
I can tell you one about Grandpa Greg. We went to Hawaii. I had Grandpa and Daddy and had gone the first time with a group. And then the second time, we also went with a group, but Grandpa and Grandma, they had room on the flight. So I can tell you about Grandpa. He had a flower in his ear. It was all women. It was basically a bowling group. It was only the three couples with men that took their husbands. And we had a good time. Everything was great. And then came to come home. And many of you, I think, know this story. Grandma, the other couple, and Grandpa and Dad were playing cards. And I came into the bedroom, and my mother came in after me. I hadn't seen her, but she was following me. And she was blushing like this, well, it seems that she wet her pants. And she put it in this hotel, the outside patio. She put it over a chair, but she didn't know wind would blow it into the swimming pool below. So that's what happened to her, and she came into the room like a little kid that was expecting a scolding or something. But then she said, I lost my pen. And that was, our luggage was gone. We were gonna fly back. They had picked up all her luggage. So this friend of mine, which was a bowler, and I knew real well, and her husband, we came home. We finally went out one night, we had dinner together, and my friend gave Grandma a gift, and it was a new pair of pants. And she was good about it. Grandma was not like, Grandma was a strict one. My dad was like a pussycat.
It's the German.
Yeah.
All of us with some German heritage, you know about that.
Yeah. But we did take a couple of good trips with my parents too. Another one was a cruise. And I've had a good life. I have people around me that love me.
Yeah, you do.
well, Grandma, I have to tell you, when I came to pick you up from Arizona after you spent a little bit of time in the hospital, that was actually a fun trip. I got my first pedicures with you there. And I think the fun part, we made the best of it. getting on the planes and off the planes, and the gentleman that would fight over grandma, who gets grandma and who gets to get her to her seat. And to get in the aisles, they would put her on this really narrow. Oh, Brandon's on. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone else would like to wish you happy birthday.
Yeah, we'll
Grandma.
switch to Brandon.
Turn the naughty stuff off of your phone. Grandma doesn't want to see it.
Yeah, whatever. Hi, Grandma.
Well, hi.
How are you?
I think we're having some laughs now. Having a little
Some
fun.
what?
Laughs.
Laughs.
You got any memories of Grandma you want to talk about?
We're all listening, so be careful. The secret will be out.
You're on the spot.
Give me a second to think, because I'm not old, but my memory is really bad. So.
That's all right. We forgive you. Nice to see you. I wish you could have been here. Or where are you, back in Hawaii?
No, I'm in Washington right now.
Oh, you're in Washington.
Jana was here, and then she went back, and I'm by myself for a little bit.
Yeah,
But this is kind of what it's like, if you want to see.
yeah.
The
Washington State, is it, or Washington DC?
State.
Washington State.
Okay. Been there, okay.
What's your camera doing? You're on
It's sideways.
you're not on camera. There you go.
I'm showing where I was. That's all.
Yeah, so Brandon, Grandma's hoping to become a great-great-grandma.
That's on you.
You guys better hurry up.
So there's no more waiting 10 years.
You just heard the drum.
Yeah.
You have to talk to Jana about that one.
Well, we've been praying for an oops. It could happen.
I like to pretend that I have some saying some things.
Oh, yeah, you found that out,
Oh, he
huh?
sounds like a husband already.
Yep, she's a stubborn one.
Well, it's all right. You have it when you're gonna have it. But
Well, we'll see all three of you at Christmas, right?
well,
Yeah,
Three.
so
that's a little early.
Oh, no.
There's a different third.
Randy.
there's so her sister might only have a week, but I don't know if she's gonna come or not yet, because there's some issues with her, let's say her boss, with when she can take vacation, but
Yeah.
we'll figure that out.
Alright.
Cool.
So any memories? Come up with anything yet? Slacker?
Ah,
A lot of my memories are,
Cottage?
at the cottage, Shano.
yeah,
Remember, like-
I was gonna say, your mom and dad were gone too, so they were in other areas.
Yeah. Remember being in the kitchen, like, pulling apart chicken and cutting veggies and stuff for booyah.
Oh, yeah.
Then everyone just hanging out in the, I guess, it's not backyard, but front yard, because the cottage is
Yep.
considered the front toward the water.
Yeah, nobody could make that connection.
What's the front, what's the back?
What about that?
The front and the,
The
back
cottage,
were
nobody could
reversed.
figure out why you guys figured out the backyard was actually the front yard and the front yard was actually the backyard.
So which one was it?
Yes.
The lake was the front, I guess, right?
Like, yeah. It was so confusing.
Every time I really get to to Marilyn's husband, he says that the kitchen was the best place. It was a cookies and bakery all over. For the
I
Booyahs.
always had the raspberry, was it Danishes and stuff?
Yeah, everything.
Belgian pies.
Kringle.
Used to always make, always made sausage for breakfast.
Yeah.
The maple.
Sausage.
Yeah.
Never went hungry at the cottage.
Every day was Sunday.
Well, you take care, and you. What is her name?
Jana.
Jana. I was gonna say Jana. Johnny. Jana.
There you go.
Okay. Give her our
You
best.
can say Janae, she doesn't like it, but.
Well, then Grandma can call her that all she wants. 'Cause
That's how
nobody
Brandon-
argues with Grandma.
When they first started dating, he couldn't say her name correctly, so that's what he called her.
I mean, Grandma Diane called it Jamaica, so.
Yeah. My parents still can't say it right.
Jana.
Well,
Almost like the name John, but Jana.
Yeah.
so it's like, when you're speaking Spanish, the J would be ja.
Yeah.
But in Brazil, it's the hard J, so it's ja. So we started saying like Jana, and like, no, it's Jana.
Yeah.
So just little pronunciations are different in
Yeah.
Brazilian and stuff.
We can call her next.
Yeah, she should be up.
You know,
Yeah.
getting back to the wedding thing,
Mhm.
and in the mashed potatoes,
Yeah.
after I told everybody basically about it, they, hard laughed. So I told the priest. And when he gave a few words to him, he said something to you about why you were doing that. He laughed. He thought that was a good thing.
What she's saying is your dad used to put potatoes in his pockets.
Yes.
Mashed potatoes.
You would throw olives.
Tater tots, not mashed potatoes.
Right. Give me some of your tots.
Right.
So. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on. Bye.
Bye, Brandon. Bye,
Bye.
Brandon. Good to see you.
See you at Christmas.
Bye.
Everybody's saying goodbye. I'm waiting for you to get back so we can play games again.
Bye, Brandon.
See ya.
Love you. Bye.
Let me play some games. I'm bored. I had nothing to do here.
Yeah, well, you should have brought the PlayStation with you. But no, you brought a wife, which prevented you from bringing the PlayStation. And now she left, and you're still there.
Keep the wind in your back.
Well, she won't admit it. She said that I should have brought it too.
So, but yeah, we'll all expect to see you obviously around Christmas. I still need to know when you're coming so I can figure out when I'm taking my leave.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. It's kind of slow here,
So,
but I'm going to try to do a full 2 weeks.
all right.
Yeah, Jana needs to see what snow's really like.
You can drive her all down the road.
Okay, bye.
All right, we'll catch you later.
Maybe we should conclude this,
Yep,
if
love you too.
nobody's got anything else.
Bye.
I just wanna say, I think I have the best family of any of my friends. Most of them don't talk to each other. There's one that's out in the, and I never did. Not that unless he came in drunk. Now that I remember. I think Jimmy come home once. Dad kinda got after him, wasn't it what it was?
That's all she
Well,
taught you.
that I know of, because I had to take your dad, he was ready to really whip you, boy, I'll tell you.
Only once you lived through it.
Only once time.
No, 'cause I said, no way, you know. To that one, I don't know what he did after that, maybe, you know, he went on a lot of trips with him, so he knows too.
Like what happened with the men stays with the men, we don't wanna know.
Yeah.
People change after all the time.
Well, we can, yeah, if anybody needs, some of you have been getting drinks and things. We do have dessert yet, I'm gonna